Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So, I am Falak Gulzar, student of Green Valley Educational Institute, Yaripura. I am instructed by Mr. Muzaffar Sir and directed by Mr. Sabzar Ahmad Malik. And I am currently studying in grade 8. And today we are going to discuss about sound, how the sound is produced, medium of propagation, sounds that are around us, and how this sound is produced by humans, how humans produce the sound, how humans hear the sound. So let's get started. We know that in all of our homes we cook the food with the help of gas cylinder, which contains the chemical energy, and that chemical energy gets converted into the heat energy, and that's how our food is cooked. These bulbs are giving out the light energy when the electrical energy is supplied to them. I am talking, here the energy is produced. And similarly, as there is light energy, as there is heat energy, identically sound is also a type of energy which makes us able to hear. Now, let's look at some sounds that are around us. For example, if I will tap on this desk, here the sound is produced. I am talking, the sound is produced. And on our deposit time, the bell rings, here the sound also takes place. But how this sound is actually produced? Their sound is produced due to vibration. And what do you mean by vibration? Vibration is the to and fro or the back and forth motion of an object. And here we have to remember one thing, that every vibrating body in the universe produces the sound. And in some cases we are able to see the vibrations. For example, if I will draw here a glass of water, and if I will slightly tap on this glass of water, here the vibrations will be produced. And here in this case we can say that in some cases it's possible that we can see the vibrations through our naked eyes. Then here I will draw a medium. And we know that everything in the universe want to be stable. As I want to be stable, you people want to be stable. And these are its particles. As I want to be stable, you people want to be stable. Everything in the universe want to be stable. Identically, these particles also want to be stable. But if anyone comes and irritates us, we get disturbed. And similarly, these particles also get disturbed. They get the excessive energy. And to get rid of this excessive energy, they collide with each other. They move from their mean position to extreme position, from their mean position to extreme position. And that's how they get rid of this excessive energy. Then here comes the medium of propagation. How this sound propagates from one place to another, or we can say that how this sound is delivered from the receiver, from the source to the receiver. Here I will draw two persons. Here is the person A, and here is person B. This person A wants to ask something to the person B, and this person A will apply the external force on the air particles that are present between the person A and person B. And when this person A will apply the external force, external energy to the air particles, these particles will collide with each other, and that's how this source will be able to deliver the signals to this receiver. And that was all about the medium of propagation. But here we have to remember one thing, that sound cannot be propagated in vacuum, because sound needs a material medium for propagation, and that medium could be of solid, liquid and gas. Then here comes that how these humans produce the sound. Dear brothers and sisters, every human being in the world who can speak has the voice box, or we can say the larynx, in its body. And that larynx consists of two vocal cords. And between these two vocal cords, there is a slit. There is a narrow space from which the air gets traveled. And when the air travels from this slit, these two vocal cords collide with each other, and that's how the humans produce the sound, with the help of vibration, with the help of vocal cords, with the help of larynx. Then if the humans produce the sound, how these humans are able to hear the sound? Dears, every human being has ears, and these ears are divided into three main parts. That's outer ear, middle ear, and innermost ear. The outer ear contains the pinna and the ear canal. Then there comes the middlemost part, which contains the eardrum, malleus, incus, and stapes. Then there is the innermost part, which contains the spiral structure, which contains the fluid-like substance, and that is called cochlea. When the sound gets traveled from this cochlea, the sound is traveled then to the auditory nerve, and finally from this auditory nerve, that auditory nerve sends the signals to the brain, and finally the human being is able to hear the sound. And that was all about today's topic. Hope that you all had understood it carefully. Thanks for your attention. Have a great day.